In the farthest corner of Kenya, sandwiched between two other countries, Somalia and Ethiopia, lies Mandera County. A county full of resilient people surviving the harshest consequences of climate change. According to the 2019 population census, the county has a population of 867,457 people. The main economic activity is pastoralism that is often affected by unreliable rainfall, leading to long spells of drought, posing a risk to the economic backbone of the residents. Globally, education is considered the key to success, yet for many, the cost is a major barrier. We explore and highlight the transformative potential of free secondary education and the impacts it's creating in the lives of Mandera residents. With the ravaging drought having the residents strive to put a meal on the table, school fees has become a luxury, consequently increasing the number of school dropouts due to lack of school fees. According to a survey done by Save the Children at the end of 2022 in northeastern counties, Mandera had the highest number of school dropouts with 295,470 students, followed by Garissa, 289,410, and Wajir, 266,540. While residents were hanging at the edge of a thin thread of hope, almost giving up on everything but survival, their redeemer, His Excellency the Governor Mohammed Adhan Khalif, came to their rescue. Governor Khalif launched the Elimu Kwa Wote initiative, impacting lives in ways that cannot be put into words.
Today's event marked the official launch of the 2022-2023 Mandera County Bursary Fund of Kenya shillings, 350 million Kenya shillings. The bursary fund will be primarily cover the secondary school fees for all the students in the 59 government secondary schools in Mandera County.
The launch of Elimu Kwa Wote initiative marked a turning point in the lives of many residents who are eagerly waiting for a sign of hope. The initiative provides free education to over 22,000 students in 59 government secondary schools across the county. Determined to showcase the impact of this program, we embarked on a journey across the county to meet some of the beneficiaries. As we delve deeper into the issue of free education, let's take a closer look at the experiences of one particular student whose story shed light on the challenges many young people face in pursuing their educational dreams. Abdurrahman Abdi's story exemplifies the harsh realities faced by the pastoralist community. Abdi had to drop out of school in Form 1 and take up a job as a boda rider to make ends meet since he couldn't afford school fees. He worked as a rider for 5 years until he got a chance to return to school. Abdi is currently in his classroom pursuing his education.
Nilikosa pesa, unaenda nyumbani, nilifanya kazi ya boda miaka 5. Alafu nilisikia shule ni free. Mheshimiwa Governor nisema shule ni free. Alafu nilirudi kwa klasi yangu, niliendelea masomo yangu.
Like Abdurrahman, several other students across the county dropped out of school due to lack of fees and embarked on doing other jobs such as hairdressing and house helps, among others, to make ends meet, and almost giving up on the educational journey due to poverty. Fortunately, the Elimu Kwa Wote initiative has rekindled their dreams even after being out of school for several years.
Kule nilitoka shule kwa sababu ya kukosa karo ya shule. Nikaenda nikajifunza kazi ya saloni, ambapo nilienda kufanya kazi ya saloni ya mtu mwingine ili nipate pesa yangu ya siku ili nijinunulie vitu vya kukula. Nilikosa kwenda shule kwa miaka 1.
Ental tokoti duraan dhameeye ujit dhabe adas gulwange sun dhabe duma isi afurra ya dhabe afurra shaqale qorate afurra isana shaqale qorade shaqaluna naga shaqaydeni kan dum gafaran keen shaara baqi keenna fi duba gafaran keen duba isguul bazari isguuli friido chenani amma duba kasin islandida qaar ma uniform tibite akasin duba inta tara ma ramo deeges ramo gaas.
Mostly these are students who used to drop out of school, because here people don't value education a lot, and children that just drop out of school. They involve themselves in these motorbike businesses. Some of them look after animals. So I think the bursary improved on the enrollment.
The absolute poverty level of Mandera County remains one of the highest in the country. This, coupled with cyclic and devastating drought, leaves the residents spending their little resources on most basic needs, pushing education expenses on the periphery. This is Banisa Sub-County. Meet Mohammed Isaac Hassan. Having completed his primary education in 2020, he couldn't proceed to secondary school due to lack of fees. Isaac comes from poor background and his parents couldn't afford school uniform. In such cases, sometimes the community intervenes. In this case, the ward administrator extended her hand to support Abdi's return to school. He has now joined Form 1 at Banisa Mixed Day Secondary School as a beneficiary of Elimu Kwa Wote initiative.
If he could have not launched this bus-free education, most of the students would have been a dropout of the school. In a scenario, a guy who completed 2019 primary education, so I encouraged him also to go to school, where I took him to a shop. I bought for him all uniform and the learning materials, and now he's schooling in Banisa Mixed Secondary School.
Nimemaliza shule Kaga Primary School 2019 na nikakaa miaka 4 kuchunga mbuzi na nikasikia gavana yetu umefanya shule free.
The parents are mostly grateful for the bursary since they could hardly afford basic needs.
Gurba ki yaddal baadiyajir orid alugalaman toktis wan rabasinun dam nan baadiya origale gan agasi gatai isgular free tanan gurba ki simu tlaye gurba ga kennede gurba kan tarmenga berjir isguli free tanan uniform itibinne bugi itibinne isgul gesi galati kaisa Mamada dan Khalif galati sambadin ka isgul kan free nutoch.
Several other students share the same predicament as Isaac, but the free secondary education has been a game changer for them.
Nimemaliza shule 2017. Nilikuwa nakaa tu nyumbani kwa sababu ya school fee. Nimesikia shule ni free, sasa nimeeleza babangu amerudisha shule, nimeanza form 1.
Nimemaliza shule 2021, the whole of 2022 nimekosa school fee, nimeenda kuchunga mbuzi. Wakati mimi niko msituni nimesikia mambo ya bursary kutoka gavana wetu, nimesikia wazazi wangu, wazazi wamenikuja kwa msituni, na hata mimi nataka kurudi shule, wanaongea na mimi ndio nimerudi shule, nataka kusoma bidii. Alafu ukimaliza shule upate grade mzuri hapa, nataka kusoma uende university.
I completed my primary in 2021 but could not join high school because of lack of fees. This time I was lucky enough to benefit from the free secondary.
We have quite some of the students who have run away from the school, drop out because of lack of fee. I remember the situation last year where we had one of the bright students in our class has just dropped out of the school because of lack of fee. In reaching their home, the parents are not better in terms of payment of the school fee to bring the lady back to the school to continue with her educations. She decided at home, but when we interrogated and then sent someone to bring her back to the school, it happens that the parent declined, saying that the little contribution that was paid to the school by other students like similar condition with that of their family, being poor or others being orphan, he said that it is unfortunate that my child cannot join the school and consume the similar food that was contributed by the poor people.
We have 3 students. I think 2 students completed in 2020 one student completed in 2021. They joined the school this year. The parents are saying that due to lack of fees, they were not able to take their kids to schools. Now, because of the bursary, the Mandera County bursary, they have now decided to take their kids to the boarding school.
The parents are mostly grateful for the bursary since they could hardly afford basic needs. The implementation of Elimu Kwa Wote initiative has been a huge relief to thousands of parents and guardians across the county.
This is a landmark story, especially at this trying moment for this region. The serious drought that has been there for the last 3 years, and people are really affected. I'm sure everybody was worried what will happen when the schools open. So honestly and sincerely, we thank the county government for stepping in.
Nui warriba nasa kaganna furi abarti ne bernubaft kadibi guddan nam qabat ka hurin obbay sunam galat rabbi kabar kan jolle wan isgulan gesan daban kalman to kolle isgulla khudadabt lono baani reno bate galli obbaye duba anam wan galat de bisufi Governor Mandera Mahmad Adan Khalif kaini ijole isgula Mandera County chufu mutai rafud.
Furahia ile bazari ambaye gavana ametoa kwa Mandera County. Shule wa Mandera County Secondary kuanzia form 1 mpaka form 4 tumefurahia sana kwa sababu sisi wakina mama siku hizi hakuna kazi. Mtu kama mimi zamani nauza maziwa na maziwa hakuna, ukame ndio mkoa mingi. Kama hiyo bazari, nafikiri watu wengi leo hawatabeleka watoto yao shule kwa sababu ya karo ya shule.
Uwe maskini, uwe tajiri, uwe namna gani, wote wanafaidika na basari ya Mandera County. Hiyo ni mzuri sana. Zamani 10% pekee yake tunapata basari, lakini saa hii leo 100% wa Mandera County yote wanapata basari.
In light of the current economic situation for pastoralists, people seize every opportunity that comes their way. For instance, Rahma Abdi, a student of Haji Yusuf Girls Secondary School in Takaba, walks 14 kilometers from her home to school and back in order to take advantage of the free education offered. With her father sick and bedridden, she stays with her aunt. The aunt took the girl in so she could continue with her education.
Wakati nilimaliza shule ya Rakoba mwaka 2021, so nikakaa nyumbani mwaka moja. Hiyo mwaka wa 2022 nilikaa nyumbani kwa sababu ya ukosefu ya pesa. Sasa tulibarikiwa na serikali yetu ya kaunti yetu, nikasikia shule yenyewe ilifanywa bure. So nikarudi shule sasa na nilianza katika kidato cha kwanza.
Rahma Abdiroba na Rera City abani sile na mwajel kiti agana nugadabar skula barai mare obasite marka guyani sino basite amanta namma gana to kurajani katoka guya suniti farmalamani dube sesin daqtoni jirtu abani sile nda idin isagudda isile namanta nama qarqaru danda yumiti أنا قرقارة رجع فودي أنا سينا كان من برجر تمان أنا كاونتين تنايو يعني سكول فريتو كده محمد هذا قليف ربي قداني سلا جاسين نافي.
According to Mr. Harun Maalim, who is the principal of Haji Yusuf Girls Secondary School, there is a significant improvement in terms of enrollment and a reduction in the rates of dropout. He attributes this to Elimu Kwa Wote initiative.
Initially, there are quite a good number of students who are just at home doing some odd chores. And therefore, from the point of view of girls' education, it has really had a positive impact.
In most schools across the county, the enrollment rate has more than doubled, with both parents and students eager to take advantage of the bursary program.
The number of students have risen. For example, in yesterday years, we used to receive a maximum of 100 students, especially in Form 1. But nowadays, because of this initiative, I think the number has doubled. Now we have 180 Form 1s.
The number that was given to us by the ministry, it was around 382. The total enrollment for Form 1 now is 481. So that is, we have surpassed the number that the ministry has already given us. So that shows that the enrollment is also growing.
We used to get around 170, 180 for months. As I talk to you in our school right now, we have admitted 260 for months.
Last year, our Form 1s, there are 650 Form 1s, that's 8 class. This time, we got 890 students because of the free education, free bursary. I think many parents requested, wanted their children to be in the Mandera Secondary School, which is a boarding school.
In our school alone, the enrollment has increased. This year we have admitted many Form 1 students compared to the previous years. In addition, we have received a good number of students, over or close to 100 students who came on transfer.
This is a positive thing, and I expect also to help in the performance finally, due to the fact that the period the learner will be out of school is reduced. It's a question of students just reporting class, learning starts immediately.
However, the high enrollment in schools has had its fair share of challenges.
And the capacity of the dorms is also very limited, and they cannot hold all those numbers of the students. In fact, for Form 1, this year we received almost 150, and the dorms, out of 150, almost 80% of those students were boarding.
Because of the population, we lack classes. In one class, the population is almost like 80 to 90, and we are squeezed. The teacher cannot pass from one place up to the last bench.
In Mandera East, we met Tina, a student from Nairobi Kamkunji constituency, who is one of the many beneficiaries of the bursary initiative. Tina's mother, who lives and works in Mandera East, was relieved of the school fees burden and immediately took advantage of the initiative. With free secondary education for her daughter and reduced distance between mother and child, the bursary has helped to strengthen their family bond.
Mimi nilikuwa nasoma shule ya Nairobi, shule ambayo inaitwa Rabai Road Primary School. Nimekuja hapa kaunti ya Mandera kusoma katika shule ya Moi Girls. Ilikuwa ni changamoto ya wazazi wangu kuwa na karo ya shule, lakini namshukuru Mungu kwa kutupea hii nafasi, na tunashukuru gavana wetu wa kaunti ya Mandera, na abarikiwe sana.
In addition to Tina's story, we also have other inspiring stories from students who have transferred and benefited from Elimu Kwa Wote initiative. Let's take a look at their experiences.
I was supposed to do KCSE in the year 2022, where I was studying in Nakuru, a school called Molo Academy, but I couldn't complete my fourth year, my Form 4 studies, due to lack of fees. My parents were struggling to pay fees. I studied for Form 4 Term 1, but somewhere in the middle, we were chased to go and bring back school fees, and I never came back to school because the fee was not available. I stayed out for that whole year. I went to towns and looked for small jobs. I got a job in one of the shops where they sell clothes. They used to give me 5,000 a month, So I had given up with my dream in school.
My previous school was Karoti Girls High School in Kirinyaga County. I came here for free education. The school I was currently in, I used to pay 48,000, but now here, I'm glad to the governor, Mohammed Adan Khalif, that he has enabled me to get free education.
I finished my primary education in Wajir Primary School, and I came to Mandera Secondary School for education. The government of Mandera County gave us a free bursary on education.
Nimetoka katika shule ya upili ya Our Lady of Mercy. Kipindi nilivyosikia kuna bursary na tunalipiwa shule, kwa ukweli wazazi wangu walifurahi sana. Maana nilikuwa napitia changamoto mingi sana.
I joined this school this year from Afra High School at Nakuru. I joined this school because of the Elimu Kwa Wote bursary scheme by Excellence Muhammad Adan Khalif. My parents had a challenge in paying school fees and had to transfer me to my home county school in order to benefit from this noble initiative.
As the government of Mandera, we expect to achieve the following with our full payment of the bursary. We expect no dropout for students in all secondary schools within Mandera County since the fees have been paid. We expect improvement in performance. We will have access to education. For example, when we went around, we found out that those students who have left the schools 4 or 5 years ago have came back to secondary schools for education. And finally, there is an increase in enrollment in secondary schools in Mandera County. We have visited some few schools. For example, Form 1 admission in Mandera secondary schools, Mandera Secondary School, Mandera Boys, which is a national school in Mandera County, have admitted in Form 1 alone 890 students. Moi Girls, which is another national school in Mandera County, have admitted 481 students in Form 1 alone. Lafe Boys have admitted 112 students in Form 1. Ramodimtu Boys have admitted 269 students in Form 1. Living Girls Secondary School in Ramodimtu have admitted 143 students in Form 1 alone. Takaba Girls Secondary School have admitted 243 students. So from our observation, we have found out that the enrollment of secondary schools have increased. Others who have not been able to go to school due to lack of fees have also reported back to school. And we have already paid fees for 23,399 students in first term. Mandera County government, through His Excellency Mohammed Adan Khalif, have kept their promise of paying secondary schools student fees for all secondary students in Mandera County. So far, there is no dropout. No student has been chased from schools. Students' admission is going on all secondary schools within Mandera County without any parent paying a single shilling. And the county government have taken up that initiative of paying for all the students through the initiative of Elimu Kwa Wote.
It is evident that free education is a critical tool in addressing poverty and improving the lives of communities. The Elimu Kwa Wote initiative is a powerful example of how education can empower individuals and transform the entire community. By investing in education, we can now break down barriers and provide opportunities for all.